With Heaven's Arena behind them and the auction still a month away, Gon and Killua take a trip to Whale Island. They finally have time to hang out without the pressures of the next phase of an exam or their next big fight looming over their heads. When the two settle down on the edge of a cliff to stare at the stars, the conversation that unfolds stands out, not only because of Gon's bluntness in expressing how he enjoys being with Killua, but also because of how vulnerable Killua allows himself to be. He's at a loss when thinking about his goal in life and reveals his feelings of envy towards Gon. While this momentarily catches Gon off guard, he's able to quickly ease Killua's mind by suggesting he continue staying by Gon's side until he figures out his own path in life. This is something Killua takes very seriously, figuring out every mystery to the box Jing left with Mito, and much to his displeasure, making a call to Miluki to try and get more information. Once again, Killua is playing a huge role in pushing the story forward, but one of the biggest opportunities presented in the York New City arc for Gon and Killua's friendship is to develop their teamwork. I discussed in Shinyuu Part 2 how their teamwork against Netero was lackluster. They were both too focused on getting the ball themselves, which was a major factor in their failure. If they want to earn enough money to afford Greed Island though, they'll have to put their heads together or at least contribute to the cause in their own way. When arriving in York New City, Gon starts to make more definitive decisions as the two bounce ideas off of each other on how to raise money. He's the one to decide to buy and sell items online, he suggests they split up to earn money after Killua gets swindled, and he comes up with a clever idea to pawn his hunter license so they could offer a good reward for info about the Phantom Troupe. Gon also isn't afraid to give Killua a taste of his own medicine with a lecture or two when Killua's mistakes cost them money. This isn't to say that Killua's importance is diminishing, it's more about the two now being on equal ground and Killua's role shifting. Throughout the arc, their differing personalities, perspectives, and skills each get a moment to shine and aid their ultimate goal. One of the best examples of this would be Gon's instincts leading them to discover the Ben's knife in the silent auction, which gives Killua the clever idea to bid on items that have an aura attached to them to sell later at a higher price. On the other hand, both characters exhibit flaws that hinder their goal and get them stuck in a tough situation, such as Killua's risky financial decisions or Gon's overconfidence in trying to capture the Phantom Troupe. All of this, including exposing each other's flaws, is beneficial to the growth of their friendship and teamwork. One of the biggest evolutions I noticed in their teamwork is how they communicate strategy. When being held captive by Nobunaga, Gon playfully recalls the forgery techniques they learned. A quick shift from excitement to a serious look in his eyes is all it took for Gon to successfully communicate his plan of escape to Killua. Their synchrony with each other and Leorio, who they also spent a lot of time with, helps them successfully create a diversion for Kurapika to capture Crollo. While the two have made big strides in working together, they still have a long way to go in communicating emotionally. The seeds of doubt implanted in Killua by Illumi start to sprout when Gon and Killua are initially captured by the Phantom Troupe. When Gon was pinned down by Phaeton, Killua recalls feeling paralyzed and unable to act. Even though he understands that it wouldn't have mattered since Hisoka could easily have killed him at any moment, it still makes him question his worth as a friend. When he can't come up with a plan for both of them to escape from Nobunaga, he reaches the conclusion that sacrificing himself would prove his worth as a friend and prove his brother wrong. Thankfully, Gon realizes that Killua is emotionally distressed and snaps him out of it, allowing them both to escape unscathed. Gon deserves some credit for stepping up when Killua was distraught, but after they escape, he neglects to ask Killua what caused him to act that way. He simply reminds Killua that he's the reckless one and Killua should be putting him in check. Gon is great at reassuring Killua, but he isn't aware enough of Killua's feelings to get to the heart of the matter. And even though Killua was very open about his envy towards Gon when the two were talking on Whale Island, it doesn't mean he's always going to wear his heart on his sleeve. I can't really fault Killua for this since he probably wasn't able to be open about his feelings around his family, but it does show his lack of faith in how Gon would react to hearing about his struggles. This isn't the last time I'll discuss the disconnect between the two, as it's a big focus in the Chimera Ant arc. Even with this disconnect though, the two still put a lot of trust in each other. When Killua warns Gon about the dangers of the Phantom Troupe, he still lets Gon make the decision about whether or not to go after them. And Gon, trusting in Killua's skills, lets Killua call the shots when they're tailing Nobunaga and Machi. They play off of each other's strengths and make up for each other's weaknesses. By spending all this time together, planning, bickering, putting themselves in danger, or just plain goofing off, they become the closest of friends and a great team. And that's where we'll end Shinyuu Part 6. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. I've got some interesting announcements coming up in the next week or so stick around, make sure you're subscribed, leave a like if you enjoyed, and hopefully I'll see you very soon.